YouTube! Hi, it's me again. Hope you're all well. Just want to say big thanks to my 4 subscribers. Cheers. Hopefully there'll be many more. So what I'm doing today, as I've mentioned before, I'm brewing beer. Yes. So this is not, I must repeat, not a how-to video. This is just a what I've learned so far video and what you could learn after you've made 3 brews. And what I'm doing today is a recipe kit which I've bought from a company called the Malt Miller. I recommend their website, brilliant. The recipe kit I've bought here is called the Son of Punkie IPA. That cost me £30 and they gave me enough to make 2 batches of 19 litres. Unfortunately, my first batch, I don't know what went wrong, but I've only got 17.5 litres, which I'm pretty happy about. And actually I'll show you it. Here we go. Here's one I made earlier. Hey, so that's in the barrel. And I did have a little taste yesterday and yes, really happy with that. I could drink it right now, but obviously you gotta wait a couple of weeks. The original gravity, final gravity was all spot on, pretty much. So I got 6.3% ABV. Yes, I'm really happy with that. Cannot wait to drink it. So moving on. Maris Otter, 5 kg. I've got 4 USA hops. As you all know, USA hops become really popular in the last 3-5 years, mainly because they're a bit spicy, a bit floral, grapefruity, and they do hit you. They are brilliant. And what I've got here is Bravo, Chinook pellets, Atanum, and Cascade. So what I'm doing now is trying to boil this to 77 degrees. I actually got it to about 85, so I'm just trying to let it cool down for a bit and then I'll start mashing. 78 degrees. It's near enough, right? It's only 1 degree. So what I'm going to do is turn the tap on. What I'll do is I'll put a bit in here and then I close it for a couple of minutes just to kind of heat up the mash tun. And then I'll start throwing in the grains. So when I get to that stage I'll try and film it, but I've only got 2 hands, so I'm not sure how well that's going to be. So I've got it to 77 degrees. I got my grains. Like I said, I've only got 2 hands. I don't have a tripod or anything, so basically what I do is I put this in here slowly and so sorry I was unable to film that with 5 kgs of grains. It does take a while. It's really difficult to film. I need one of those headset cameras. So what you do is you basically dough, it's called doughing in the grains. Just make sure you don't have any clumps. And you do that in a minute. I'm going to play back with the thermometer and I need this to be 66 degrees. So it might mean adding hot water, it might mean adding cold. Once I'm happy with that 66 degrees, I will close the lid and leave that for 90 minutes. I think some people do it for 60, but according to my recipe here, 90 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so unfortunately I've cocked that up. So, last time I did this, I got it spot on, 66 degrees. But now, I only got it to 63 degrees, and I've added in kettle water. I've probably added in about 2 litres extra and I got it up to 65, so I don't know what that's going to mean. Probably be a bit less alcohol, but oh well, never mind. So as I'm currently unemployed, until this is ready, I can't really afford any decent beers. So I'm on the little beers, 89 pence. Yeah. Okay, so it's been about 90 minutes. Actually, it's been about 95 minutes. And I've prepared all my hops. Don't they look good? Oh my god, they look good. So, moment of truth. There's me beer. Well, wort, I think it's called. So, it was supposed to be 65. Unfortunately, no, it's supposed to be 66. Unfortunately, it was 65. And it's now oh, that's all right. Over there though. Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll be all right. That should be fine. I don't know. I really don't know what that means. Comments below. What does that mean? Okay, so what you do is I've got here, this is about just under a litre. Maybe I'll do 2 of these until the wort is clear. Then you pour that back in there and you start sparging. So what I do is I put it just about there. Do the same there. And there's the sparge arm, which doesn't spin because they never do. It's supposed to spin. I know why it's not spinning because I've got too much tube here. I saw that out one day, but that does the job. I'll just move it around a bit every now and then. Oh, there's a little bit of spinach. No, maybe not. So this is called sparging, and this is called wort. Doesn't it look beautiful? So, there it is. It's boiling. The problem is, I don't recommend buying one of these, and it wasn't cheap. But that took about an hour. It took about an hour to get going. But it's going. Right there. While I'm waiting for this to boil, I just run through what I do next. So after 48 minutes, I add in the Bravo hops, 50 grams of that, and then about 10 minutes before the end, I add one of these. These are called Protoflock tablets. Not really sure what it does. I think it just clears everything. I've just been told to do that, so that's what I do. And then just 5 minutes towards the end, I put in the Chinook, Atanum, and Cascade hops, and then after 60 minutes, once everything's boiled, then I add in the final bunch of hops that I've put here in a nice bag. Actually, I just thought I'd give you a verse from the Homebrew Bible. To be honest, I bought this book pure fluke. I didn't know it was the Bible. But anyway, if you're new to home brewing, Homebrew beer by Greg Hughes. You can't see it, it's all backwards. But Homebrew beer by Greg Hughes. He says about the boil. So during the boil, I'll turn the music down a bit. During the boil, alpha acids, flavours and aromas are extracted from the hops. The boil also sanitises the wort, concentrates it, and helps get rid of any unwanted proteins. The boil is finished. Took a little bit longer than I'd hoped for. It should have took 60 minutes. This boiler here just keeps cutting out. So I've done it for 1 hour and 15 minutes. As you can see there, all my hops are in. And what I've got here, this is called a wort chiller. Very nice. And what's happening is I'm running cold water through the copper coil as I need to cool down all this beer here. I need to cool that down to about 19, 20 degrees, and then I'll pour it out there into a fermentation bucket. Then I'll add the yeast. It didn't go too well in the end. I left it for 10 minutes. I came back and I noticed the water creeped up a little bit, so those of you who experienced probably know exactly what happened. So unfortunately I got a tiny little leakage in my wort chiller there. So I've probably added about 2, maybe 3 litres of cold water. And you know, I don't know what to do with it. So what I've decided to do is boil it back, which I've done. And then tomorrow I'm just going to let it cool overnight, and tomorrow I'm just going to ferment it and just see what happens. It's probably really, really weak and really bitter. But what I do have, for now at least, is this. See that? That's very bitter, malty tea. And it's actually a bit sweet as well, so, you know. Cheers.